So I've been crashing the last maybe 2 or 3 nights when I got home. I had a couple late nights and just pretty much ate some dinner and watched TV for maybe like 20, 30 minutes or so, and then I would go to sleep. And when I went to sleep last night, I was on social media for maybe 20 minutes, if that. And then I saw this little clip of this older lady. I think she was white. She was being talked to by the police, like she was being pulled over. Morning, Rhonda. She looked like she was being pulled over for, I guess, a traffic stop. Police wanted her to sign an $80 ticket. She refused to sign a ticket. And eventually, the police asked her a few times to get out the car. She wouldn't get out the car. And Miss Bryant, good morning. And they eventually pulled her out the car. And in between the tussle or whatever, on the video they said that the lady kicked the police officer in his leg, and he ended up tasing the lady. Now, the lady was said that she was 65 years old. And it just made me think, because my mother is 65 years old. And it just made me think about, what if that was my mother? And the only reason why I say that, Danetta, what's up, Danetta, good morning. Only reason why I say that is because when I got up this morning, somebody had inboxed it to me. And like I tell y'all, now that I got this platform, people are really sending me stuff just to keep me in the loop, so I'll know what's going on or whatever. So somebody had sent it to me, sent me the full video in my inbox on IG. So I watched it and kind of responded to the person that was like, yeah, I heard about this. I saw it on the news last night before I fell asleep, whatever. So then I watched the video. But then when I watched it this morning, it made me think, wow, I go on Facebook, I think it was, and the first 2 or 3 comments I saw off the break: if she was black, she would have been shot. If she was black, she would have been shot. She ain't get shot because she white. And it's just to a point now where that's where we are as a society. We're at the point now where we point the motherfucking finger at everything. And guess what? I'm not saying people don't have a right to feel how they feel, and I'm not gonna say a person ain't right for saying what they say. Because a person has a right to feel however they feel, and a person has a right to say whatever they feeling and whatever they want to say. Based off their background, history, what they going through currently, whatever. And so I always like to look at shit a little differently, because I feel like, the police, regardless of, what they may say on their police reports or what they may say, happened. Video don't lie. And I feel like there's no reason why a traffic stop should go that far just because a lady does not want to sign a ticket. You've already produced the ticket. It's all, your information is there. The court will give you a court date, whatever the case. It's been times where police gave me a ticket and I ain't signing it. I ain't signing that bullshit, and I just take it to court. So I'm just trying to figure out, how is it that, this lady is getting pulled out of her car? And mind you, people gonna say what they want, so it is what it is. But again, I'm thinking about this because my mother is 65 years old, and I thought that if this was my mother and the police did this to my mother, regardless, of what the situation is, it's my mother. And I feel like at the end of the day, police are people and human beings just like us. They put their motherfucking underwear on like us. They put their deodorant on like us. They kiss their kids before they go to work like us. They human beings just like us. And what I can't understand is why the fuck they think that they so bulletproof. Because when you start fucking with people's mothers, their kids, their grandmothers, you opening up a whole can of worms, man. You opening up a door where a motherfucker don't care about, what his values or his morals are. You fucking with his family. You fucking with people that's been in, and the families for a long time. And I mean, I'm just saying, my mother, for instance, if the police would have did this to my mother, I mean, and just because I'm on live, I would just say that, you know, the police officers would have a very fucked up life fucking with me. Because I feel like at the end of the day, if I gotta go get a lawyer, or if I gotta go, you know, the legal route, which I think that would be the best case scenario for me to go at first, I'm gonna do that and see if we can't get something on the legal side. I mean, because that's just the, you know, the civil minded me, you know what I'm saying? But what about, you know, the less civil minded me? What about, you know, the Kevin from back in the day? You know, I'm talking about K-Dog, Capers, you know what I'm saying? What about, you know, if I wasn't as civil minded as a lot of these other motherfuckers out here? What the fuck these police think gonna happen to them? When you just snatching up old women out the motherfucking car, dragging them on the ground, tasing them and shit. What the fuck you think gonna happen? And so I guess my only thing, you know, what I'm trying to say is, you know, when the fuck are police going to recognize that they not bulletproof, man? That's all I'm saying. I'm not, listen, y'all. Y'all know me, I'm just keeping it 100. I'm not advocating violence. I'm just saying I'm keeping it 100, man. Don't these police officers know that it's a little search engine called Google? Don't these police officers know that, you know, you can follow their ass home when they get off work, find out where they live, and fuck them up, fuck their family up? Like, come on, man. I just feel like shit ain't gonna get real until these motherfucking police officers' families start getting touched, start getting grabbed up out the motherfucking car, start getting snatched up, start getting tased, start getting shot, start getting killed. And I mean, my only issue is, you know, now, you know, everything is black and white now. Everything is, oh, if she was black, look at this asshole right here. Instead of just letting the truck over, I mean, again, I don't know who's driving that vehicle, but, you know, I just feel like people, you know, make certain decisions in life, man, and I just feel like, you know, at the end of the day, it's a lot of people out here that's really trying to live right. There's a lot of people out here that's really trying to do the right thing. And I mean, the only reason why I'm saying that is because I'm one of them people, man. I'm one of them individuals that's still struggling financially. I'm one of them individuals that's still not where I think I need to be at career-wise. I'm still one of them individuals that's a father trying to take care of 2 kids, you know, 1 adult, one adolescent child, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't easy, man. And I mean, and not to mention that, you know, not to mention that I'm black and that I'm a man, and that, you know, I mean, shit happens. And so, you know, for me trying to be this, you know, civil-minded citizen, I'm always looking at shit on social media, and I'm always looking at what people say, and it just baffles me how, you know, people always say, you know, if you know, in this situation, they was like, if she would have been black, she would have got shot. I'm like, why the fuck does a traffic stop even have to go that far? Like, seriously, like, why does a traffic stop have to go that far where a white woman, black woman, Mexican woman, I mean, I don't give a fuck what the race is at this point. Why the fuck does a traffic stop have to go that motherfucking far, you know? Where you got to get pulled out your motherfucking car and tased, man. A traffic stop, a $80 ticket. A $80 ticket, man. And I mean, of course, you know, there's a lot of people out here that's, you know, playing the race card as they always do. Oh, if she was black, she would have got shot, this, that, and the third, whatever. And, you know, my thing is, you know, at the end of the day, you know, white or black, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like, why does a traffic stop have to go that far, though? Like, why does a traffic stop has to go that far to the point where, you know, this lady was drug out her car because she did not want to sign the ticket, and maybe she didn't want to sign the ticket because she thought it was some bullshit. And you don't have to sign the ticket. I don't think that if you don't sign the ticket that you get arrested. You just saying that you don't acknowledge the fact of the police officer giving you a ticket for whatever reason, then you go to court and you fight it. Right? That's my only thing. But in my mind, I just feel like, you know, people are so stuck on what the media is showing them and versus them, going off what they really know. You know what I'm saying? And so, Black, I see you, Black. Rem, I see you, Rem. Tay, I see you, Tay. I can't read your comment, Black. I read it when I get in the job in the parking lot. But yeah, I just feel like, man, I've been quiet for maybe like a couple weeks now because I've been just working on some other stuff. I got a lot of stuff that I'm working on. I'm a one-man show, and I'm actually, I'm gonna just say I'm just working on some stuff to see if I can free up some of my time and allow somebody else to do some of my stuff with me to help me get better or whatever. But I mean, I just saw this video, somebody posted it, and I watched it, and then somebody sent it to me in my inbox, and then I watched it again, and I was just like, damn. I just started looking at the comments, and like the first 3 or 4 comments was the same. If she was black, she would have got shot. If she was black, she would have got shot. If she was black, she would have got shot. And my thing is, when I heard them say the lady was 65, like I say, it made me think about my mother. And it made me think about, if that was my mother, dealing with a police officer on a traffic stop for not signing an $80 ticket, and him dragging her out the car, I mean, literally pulling her out the car the way he did when she hit the ground. She's 65. She got arthritis, old bones, you know what I'm saying? All that. You know what I'm saying? And then tased her. All because she kicked him. I mean, she felt threatened. What the fuck? I mean, I just don't understand, some of the police protocols, and I swear I'm going to start looking them up, man, because I just want to know, man, because I just feel like, when you feel threatened, with somebody putting their hands on you, what do? You go in protect mode. You automatically try to protect yourself. And this lady, in this case, the only way she felt like she could protect herself was to use her feet at the time. Why? Because she was on the fucking ground. And here it is, these physically fit, grown-ass men out here, you know what I'm saying, pulling 65-year-old women out the car. For what reason, though? For what reason, man? I mean, seriously, for what reason? Just because they can? Just because they got an attitude? Just because they got a badge and a gun? I mean, I'm like, what the fuck is the reasoning? I just don't understand it, man. I really don't. I don't understand the reasoning, man. You know what I'm saying? And I get, people's perspectives. If she was black, she would have got shot, all that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, let's look at the bigger picture, man. Let's look at the bigger picture. She's 65. It's a traffic violation. Why the fuck did it even have to go that far? Why couldn't this lady deny signing the ticket, him just giving it to her and going about his motherfucking business? It's an $80 ticket. $80 ticket. When they stop hiring suckers for that job, a lot of them dudes were bullied, so they get a badge and a gun and they feel better about themselves. I mean, yeah, I think it's a bigger picture to that too, though, Black. I think it's way bigger than that. At this point, I think it's way deeper than that. Because I know for a fact that it's a few officers that I know myself that had to go through, the experience of finding out, what a good cop and what a bad cop look like. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to always say that all bad cops got bullied, all bad cops were suckers. I'm not going to say that. We don't know what the fuck is going on with them, and that's my point. My point is, what type of motherfucking psych eval do these motherfuckers get on a regular basis? What type of license says that they're fit to be a police officer? I mean, it's a representative named Jordan Harris and PA, right? He feels like officers need to have licenses just like doctors and lawyers do. And I'm like, shit, I agree with that. Because I feel like at the end of the day, how the fuck do we know how well fit these people are to be in that job? You know what I'm saying? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know, if we don't know how well fit they are. We don't know what their psychological, profile is. We don't know what's going on with them. And I just feel like, a lot of the shit that I see on the news and a lot of the shit that I see, on social media, and it just seemed like it boils down to one thing, man. Everybody in their motherfucking feelings, man. Everybody, got this motherfucking "I'm right, it's me" mentality, man. Like you gotta be right. Like it ain't going down like that, man. It ain't going down like that, man. Key, what's up, babe? I see you. Oh, he drugged and tased a white woman. Yeah, he'll get suspended and fined for that. We'll see. We'll see, Black. We'll see if that happens. We will see if that happens. The police departments must alter their hiring and screening process. Also, they need to be mindful of who they place where to police particular communities. That I agree with that. I highly agree with that. The system needs to be changed, but unfortunately, if you want the legal, you still might not get justice. They need random psych evaluate. Hey, that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going, Slim. And like you just said, random. That's where I'm going, man. A lot of these motherfucking police officers need to be randomly checked for drugs and alcohol and regular random psychiatric evaluations. Because I'm like, a lot of this shit would not even be happening if the police departments was really on top of their shit. If the police, we got regular jobs and motherfuckers be getting random urines, random drug testing and all that shit, and motherfuckers be tiptoeing like, man, fuck that, I ain't doing that shit, I ain't trying to lose my job. So why can't the same shit happen to police officers? Why can't they get random? And it's clear that me and my man from PA is cut from the same fucking cloth because we thinking the same shit. Because it's all about the mentality, man. It's all about the mental, man. I feel like anything that we do is mentally driven, man. You know what I'm saying? Any decision that we make is mentally driven. You know what I'm saying? Even if we feeling bad, we feeling sad, we feeling excited, we feeling happy, it's all mentally driven, man. It's all mentally driven. Appreciate that, Black. People just have an all-around lack of respect for each other these days. It's horrible how disrespectful for... Hey, listen. That is a great comment. That is a great comment. And for that, I'm going to pin that comment. Because that's a true statement. I just feel like at the end of the day, we got all this shit going on. And everybody in their motherfucking feelings. And it's like, I'm a police officer. Get the fuck out your car. Nah. Because I'm just telling y'all, going back to the beginning of the video, if that was my mother... and she was at the hospital, because the way he pulled her out that car, I'm pretty sure that old lady had to go to the hospital even to get her hip check, arm, whatever. And I just feel like at the end of the day, dog, you know what I'm saying? You do that to my mother for a $80 traffic ticket, police or not, nigga, you got motherfucking problems fucking with me and my motherfucking family, Slim. That's just off GP. That ain't no threat. That ain't me advocating violence towards police officers, but that's just a man manhandling a fucking woman. Come on, man. And if you do that to my mother, all I'm going to tell you is you got action. That's it. That's all I'm going to tell you. I'm going to go the legal route. Like my man Rim just said, go the legal route. And sometimes you might not get what you looking for. And if not, you still got action fucking with me, man. And so that's why I'm saying these police officers got to understand, man. They don't have motherfucking bulletproof vests for their head, man. They can't stop a motherfucker who's smart enough to track them down and find out where they live at, man. And I'm not saying that I want this to happen to them, but I'm like, when does something change? Until one of these police officers get shot, until somebody run up in their motherfucking house and kill their family member, until another police officer rolls up on another police officer's mother and she not carrying her badge or her little ID to say that she got a family member that's law enforcement, and that police officer pull her out the motherfucking car and fuck her hip up and all that. What gotta happen? Miss Bryant hit on a great point. That's why I pinned that point. It's a lack of respect for people all across the motherfucking board. I feel like when I see people randomly on the street or at work or wherever, if I make eye contact with them, I just say, how you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, whatever. I just say something, because it's a known fact that I ain't gonna say all white people, but it's a known fact from my experience that white people are generally scared of black people. Generally. I was walking in Tropical Smoothie the other morning. Matter of fact, yesterday. I was walking in Tropical Smoothie yesterday. I got me a smoothie and a little sandwich or whatever, and a white lady was coming out the store. as I was coming to the door, you can tell her motherfucking face. It was just like, oh shit. So I grabbed the door, held the door. She walked out kind of slow. I was like, have a good day. And she's just like, thank you. It's like, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like for me, you know, police officers have a job just like everybody else have a job. All of us are up going to work, or all of us are up doing something, you know, and I feel like police are the same way. The only thing that makes them different is they have been deputized and they have that badge and that gun. But that does not mean that they cannot get fucked up. I mean, I'm going to tell y'all a quick story and I'm out. I remember one time we went to a basketball court and there was a police officer on the basketball court. But the only motherfuckers that knew he was a police officer was the motherfuckers that he was playing basketball with. I wasn't even playing basketball. My brother and them was playing basketball. And I remember the nigga elbowed my brother or fouled my brother or some shit. And of course my brother did what he's supposed to do. Nigga, fuck wrong with you? We just basketball, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And the nigga start talking some extra shit. Like he was like thug love for real. And I noticed, you know, his man and them was calming him down or whatever, like really calming him down. I was like, why the fuck they trying to calm that nigga down like that? Let them niggas go. It's basketball. Fuck that shit. And I remember him, like, him and my brother exchange were having some words, and I remember him just like storming to this bag that was on the bleachers or whatever. And I don't know what it was, y'all, but something told me to get up and steal the shit out that nigga before he got to that bag. And I did it. I stole the nigga before he got to the bag. And the nigga was like, you know who I am? I was like, nigga, I don't give a fuck who you are. That's my brother. You talking that bullshit. You running to this bag like you got a gun in the motherfucker or something, nigga. What's up? He told me I do got a gun and I'm a police officer. And when he said that, I hit the nigga again. Bop, 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 bop. Hit the nigga again. I don't give a fuck about him being no police officer. So, long story short, this nigga was a police officer. Nigga found out where we live, came around our way. Now, mind you, he was a PG County police officer, but he, you know how D.C., Maryland, right there on Southern Avenue is kind of close. So this motherfucker decides that he wanted to come around the way and like antagonize us one day. So the nigga, I can remember the nigga was sitting on the corner of Southern Avenue and 6th Street on the opposite side of the street. So I came out to the bus stop. So my man Big John was like, nigga, there's a police sitting out here, PG, man. He just sitting. So I walk out. And so when I walk up, I was like, what the fuck you doing? The nigga recognized my face. The nigga got out his car, stood up and like looked at me. I looked at that nigga like, nigga, what's up? He told me, yeah, what's up? I'm like, nigga, I pulled the gun out off the break. Nigga, what's up? Nigga, fuck wrong with you? What you think? We some type of bitches over here or something, nigga? Bring your bitch ass across the street, see what happened. So 10 minutes later, my man, I ain't gonna say his name, but my other man, he a police officer, he come down the street. He was like, what's up, Slim? I said, man, there's a bitch ass PG police officer across the street trying to throw his weight around. I told him what happened or whatever. So DC police officer parked, got out the car, looked across the street, walked across the street, had a conversation with the nigga. PG pulled off. My man came back, was like, look, Slim, he ain't gonna fuck with y'all no more. It's all good. I was like, bet. And so the moral to that story is police officers are people too. And they have rules and regulations that they have to, you know, uphold as well. But my thing that I'm getting at is, when they not on duty, they regular motherfuckers like us and can get fucked up. So I don't understand how these police officers walking around and don't have that mindset that it's motherfuckers out here that's thorough enough to touch their ass when they're not on duty. And I feel like these motherfucking police officers, these motherfucking departments, whoever these motherfucking leaders are, they need to motherfucking tighten up on their shit, man. Because I'm telling y'all what I feel. Some police officers are about to start getting fucked up, man. When that dude in Dallas was shooting at them police, and them police was motherfucking hitting the ground, you should have heard the commentators. Oh my God, they should take the cameras off the police. They're down on the ground. Nigga, for what? Take the camera off of them for what? When we get shot and we down on the ground, y'all don't even cover us the fuck up. And then did y'all see the video? It was some police officers that was apprehending this dude, and I can't remember if he told the niggas he couldn't breathe or whatever the fuck the case may be. He was white dude. The police officers was laughing and joking, cracking jokes and shit or whatever while he was in custody or whatever. And then I remember one of the police officers was getting into the ambulance because the nigga had like just stopped moving. Just they was like, what is he? Was he breathing? So they was checking his pulse. The paramedics came, and I remember one police officer was jumping in the motherfucking ambulance, asking, I got his mother on the phone. And the paramedic looked at was like, man, he dead. The police officer was like, what? They was like, man, he dead. He ain't got no pulse. But these motherfuckers was on tape, laughing, joking, cracking jokes. And I mean, I think that the dude was mentally challenged, but they on video cracking jokes and all. And I'm like, Joe, it's motherfuckers like me that's cut from a whole different cloth, y'all. And I feel like for some people that know me, know what I mean when I say that. Others may not. But what I'm saying is, again, my pastor said it the best, man. Pastor Jenkins, he was like, man, he made an analogy about a hot water heater and saying that hot water heater always got that little blue flame that's just always ready to, whenever you need hot water, whenever you need, and then it just, right now, I'm on a pilot light. But once I start growing and I rage and get bit, man, it's hard to stop that, man. And I got a savage mindset outside of being civil. And so I feel like these police officers need to get it together, man, because I ain't the only motherfucker that feel the way I'm feeling right now. And I'm not the only motherfucker that feel like something need to be done. But I would tell you this, I'm smart enough to know that I'm not going to go do anything, to any police officer. But it just brought me back to my point that, if this was your mother, white or black, Mexican or whatever the fuck race it was, it shouldn't be no reason that a mother, a 65-year-old woman, should be getting pulled out of her motherfucking car and drugged and then tased for not wanting to sign an $80 ticket. And then the first comments that I saw on Facebook, well, if she was black, she would have got shot. And I mean, for real, for me, that's just the ignorant shit. Because I feel like at the end of the day, like I told somebody a while back on another video, it's white police officers doing the same shit to white people. They might not be killing them and shooting them. That's because they're not scared of white people. The only reason why we getting shot is because they fucking scared of us. And like my man Ron said, they some bitch ass niggas. So they shouldn't even be in the profession that they in. But that's my opinion. Somebody gonna fight it. I don't give a fuck. But I feel like that's what it is. White people are generally scared of black people, and these white police officers are fucking scared of us. And that's why they feel like the only thing they can do is fucking shoot us. Because in some of these cases, I be seeing these white boys, wrestling with these motherfucking police officers, and the police officers wrestling with them. Like, I ain't scared of this motherfucker. I'm gonna take him out. But let it be a black motherfucker. Black motherfucker. And like I was watching this show last night called I wasn't watching it, but it was just on, called Rescue First Responders or some shit, live or something. And it was a black police officer trying to apprehend a black kid. He ended up having a gun on him, so the police officer just wrestled him down, tried to hold him till he got backed up. And I was like, I can appreciate that. Wrestle him down to the ground, get handcuffs on him or whatever, versus just motherfucking tapping him and putting 2 or 3 up in his ass. You feel me? So I just feel like at the end of the day, I get the frustration. I get the anger, from police officers killing black people. But at the end of the day, every time it's a white on white situation, it can't turn into, oh, well, if she was black, she would have got shot. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It got all to do with these motherfucking police officers being reprimanded and being held accountable for their motherfucking actions, man. That's why they out here doing what the fuck they doing, because ain't nobody putting foot to their ass for them not to do it. That's it, man. That's all I got, y'all. Because I just felt like if it was my mother, again, 65, getting drugged out the car, tased and all that shit, of course, from a civil mindset, we're going to try to go get this money. We're going to try to, civilly take care of it. But if it don't work in civil court, you know what I'm saying? Shit get real out here. And I I just need these police officers to understand, man. Everybody not on the same bullshit mind state, man. So it's some motherfuckers that's lived a certain type of lifestyle out here and trying to be a better person. But when you fuck with a motherfucker's family, man, you fucking with the wrong, man. You change a motherfucker into something else. That's all I'm gonna say, man. You change a motherfucker into something else, man. That's it. But that's all I got for y'all this morning. Just something to think about, man. Let me acknowledge a couple more people because a couple more people came on. Cuz, I see you, cuz. Is it Sharmika? Sharmika, I see you. Miss Rhonda. Tway, what's up, Tway? Miss Taylor, I know you at work. Yeah, so that was it, man. That's all I got, man. Y'all got any more comments, man? Put them down below. I'll make sure I read the rest of the comments that I couldn't. And I'll follow up with y'all. You know, like I always do. But like I say, man, we gotta change the mindset, man. And I ain't just talking about us as people. I'm talking about all of us, man. If not, we all gonna be fucked up, man. And I'm trying to play my part, do the best I can. I'm excited about going up Baloo Saturday and just starting this new relationship with the kids and Baloo. Since I'm alumni up there, I mean, it's something that's on my heart that I'm super excited about. I got an interview lined up with a guy who got a nonprofit, and he out here helping the kids and, you know, taking them to Alabama and showing them history. I mean, I'm just excited. And so just came on here this morning to just, you know, if y'all hadn't seen it, to see what y'all thought about it. And just thinking like, damn, if that was my mother, man, 65, man. Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo. 6th man, man. Y'all be easy, man. Be better than you were yesterday.